Hey everyone, I'm Marianne Mitchell. Welcome to Whole Artist Mastery. So I just came back from a week in Taos, New Mexico, one of my very favorite places to spend time. And I went this time of year, which is December of 2023, because I have found in the past it's such a magical time to be there in terms of light quality, the quietness, the richness of the land, the smells of the fire burning, the mesquite wood. There's this wonderful scent throughout the town and where I was staying. And so it's really an incredible rejuvenation of your sensory world, or my sensory world, from being there. And I wanted to share some of the scenes that I experienced in terms of how my environment influences both my work as well as how I learn about line, color, shape, value, and texture from the environment that I spend time in. And I invite you to do the same in your environment in the next couple of weeks, and actually all the time as you take walks. I love to take walks, which you'll see. And on my walks, I really tune in to seeing how the values are structured around me, and everything from, what's the high contrast value relationships? Are there any high contrast value relationships? Is the scene mostly a low contrast value experience? And if so, how does Mother Nature structure that low contrast value experience to make it beautiful? And then how do you move from one value to the next? And how do you gradate the value shifts? And so you'll see that in some of the images in my little expose, photographic expose for you. Other things I'd love for you to look for are color relationships. You'll see opposing color relationships and the relationship between the opposing colors and the color in between them, and take note of how that in between color is composed. In other words, what might you mix together to make that more muted, reflected color that lives between the orange and the blue, or the yellow and the purple? And then also pay attention to the textures that you see. There's some very smooth texture juxtaposed with a lot of rough texture on the ground. And envision how you might use your tools, your brushes, and any other tools that you use to paint with to create these different textures. And the last thing I want you to pay attention to is the horizon line. Now, horizon lines can be difficult to work with because they can be kind of obviously landscape oriented, but you divide what you are looking at in half with a horizon line. So how do you create dynamic compositions so that what's above the horizon line and what's below the horizon line relate to each other in an interesting, dynamic way? So these are all things that I took in on my walk, and I invite you to take the walk with me, and I will see you on the other side. I hope you enjoyed looking at this beautiful scenery as much as I did. I know it's a little different when you're looking at photographs as opposed to being there in person. And I hope it inspires you to go outside in the next couple of weeks in this wintry weather and take in the quiet time. You know, one of the things I learned being out there from the Pueblo Native Americans in the Taos Pueblo is that this is their quiet time. They actually have a quiet season from about beginning of November to the end of February, where they take a plunge into very cold water in the creek that runs through the Taos Pueblo. And for them, that signifies the end of quiet time because it's such a rejuvenating sort of wake-up call, literally, in the cold water to bring an end to their quiet time and welcome spring. So I hope that you devise a way to have your own quiet time during this winter. And I look forward to hearing your thoughts about how you will do that. And I wish all of you a wonderful holiday if you're watching in real time in December of 2023. And I will see you next time.